Yo. What's going on, man? Today is April the 28th, 2023. It's your boy Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA show where I'm live on Twitter, also live on YouTube. As always, man, it's Friday. Y'all know the vibes. We got two games. Let's get into them, see if we can find some cash in these two games for today. As you guys join, I ask that you hit the like button for me. Make sure you text your friend, tell them the ChrisBeCappinn show on so they don't miss out because they might not got the notification set, maybe forgot the time. It's 5:30 Eastern time every single day. So make sure everybody locked in that want to be here as well. And let's go ahead and jump into it, man. I need to quickly make my banners because I haven't. We got the Grizzlies versus the Lakers, which really frustrating that this game isn't the early game. I'm not excited about that at all. I wanted us to be playing the early game versus the later game. All the people on the East Coast probably feel the same way I feel. Much rather watch this game than the Warriors game, but it is what it is, man. At least we got basketball. We got playoff basketball. It should be some high intensity basketball as we got closeout games tonight. Both home teams can close these games out. Both lower seeds can close these games out, get these series over with, and they'll be playing against each other on Sunday if both of them can get the job done. So we have as I talk and make my banners at the same time, excuse me, we got totals going back up. We got both totals going back up. So real quick, as always, recap. 2-0 day yesterday. Lottos that I put together, none of them hit. I did, tell a couple of things that we talked about in the in the spaces yesterday. It was a pretty weird game with Boston not playing a lot of defense until 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But Boston minus the 4.5, man. That's why it's good to, be a part of the membership because I'm always take advantage of the early lines when I see them. And that minus 4.5 wasn't juice. It was minus 120 when I gave it out. As soon as Boston, as soon as the Celtics lost game 5, I gave out, the minus 4.5. Already looked the numbers up. You want to back Boston off a loss. You don't necessarily want to back them off a win all the time. So Boston minus the 4.5 cash. Boston first half team total over 60.5, also cashed yesterday. So 2-0 unofficial plays. Felt good, man, because we had a couple losing days in a row. So feels good to get back into the winning column. Appreciate everybody already dropping plays and comments in the YouTube section as well. Let's jump right into it for today, man. So Grizzlies and Lakers, do or die game in my estimation for my Los Angeles Lakers today, man. We do not want to go back to Memphis. I can promise you that. I kind of talked about this yesterday. Me and Frag kind of was chopping it up about this game a little bit, did a little bit more research and a little more deep diving as well. Lakers laying 4.5 points here at home as the favorite. Total in this one had actually got shot down to 219. Well, actually was open at about 220, 219.5. I saw it come down all the way to 218.5. So honestly, I think from my estimation on the total, I think, and I had this conversation with my guy RC earlier this week. So my thing about the total is, I think the sharp guys, right, the sharp money, the people who do this professionally, I think they cap the total. They know where they like it at, and they go ahead and play the total early. Recreational bettors, which nothing wrong with being a recreational bettor at all, but recreational bettors, more so see things throughout the day and later on in time, and you see the number kind of move a lot. So I think I go with the sharp money here. Sharp money came in on the under. I think if the total's been shot up to 221, it looks like on South Point and Heritage as well. So it might end up going, all the way up to 221. If the total gets to 221, even if it doesn't, I'm probably going to play the under. I didn't play it yet, but I do think the sharp money's on the under in this game, and I think it's for a good reason. The only game that went over was the first one that was actually played with a little more pace in Memphis, and then all of the other games would have stayed under, except game 3 was a game 4. Game 4 went to overtime, so that killed the over there. But both of these teams are very, very solid defensively. I think the Lakers try to slow the game down, try to play a little bit slower. I think the Grizzlies want to get out and run, though. If they're successful, if you like the Grizzlies, you like the over. If you like the Lakers, I think you like the under. Because the Grizzlies want to get out and run. They want to play with pace. One of the quotes I was reading from Coach Chris Finch yesterday. Well, I actually read this morning. He said, let me see if I can find it real quick. He said, so he's talking about Luke Kennard, who has a tremendous impact on this game in my estimation. He was a team high plus 26 and 17 minutes and 39 seconds in the last game. And they, the Grizzlies, if you watch the game, they try to play with a little more small ball. They want to get out. They want to run. I've been talking about this all series, but their best offense is not their half court offense. They want to get out and run. And Luke Kennard's status for the game today, I think, is still up in the air. He did kind of bang his shoulder when he was involved in a screenplay in the last game, and he had it kind of wrapped up towards the end of the game as well. They didn't need him to come back in, but they kind of need him. Dylan Brooks. If Luke Kennard is available, I think we look at Dylan Brooks potentially to go under. I would probably look at his points. I evaluated it, looked at whether I wanted to play his points, rebounds, and assists, or just his points. I think his points in general, because I think he gets played off the floor. If you're watching how the Lakers have been playing him, they're literally daring this guy to shoot. He's shooting like less than 20% from the field throughout the entirety of this series, and the Lakers are pretty much treat him like Westbrook. So I think that would be a solid prop look. It's something that I looked into, but nothing that I played officially yet. Just because I don't expect Dylan Brooks to he could potentially get played off the floor again today, especially if the Lakers are just letting him shoot and kind of putting that other body in the painted area to keep Ja Morant from being able to get to the rim. So Dylan Brooks under his points, rebounds, and I would play his points specifically versus his points, rebounds, and assists, but couldn't talk anybody off the whole PRA as well. That's something that I wrote down on my short list. Nothing official that I play yet. So the quote that came from Coach, he says when they're talking about replacing Luke Kennard, he says guys that are willing to play with pace, move the ball, be willing to shoot it as well. Those are multiple guys that we haven't talked about. Jenkins said it's pretty much all hands on deck. If we get the news that Kennard is out, and my gut is that it's going to be right up to game time. So I know we've had internal dialogues on we're going to have to make a decision on one or two guys that are going to have to step into that role. And, those other guys are guys like John Conchar and Tyus Jones, David Roddy, and he even mentioned Zaire Williams as well. So, that news about Luke Kennard, I think, is going to be big because the Lakers do have to stay home. He's, one of the top 10, best shooters in the league, and shooting at a gym that he's extremely familiar with. He played with the Clippers before getting traded in the middle of the season, so he know how to let it go. He can let it fly. I'm not sure how injured he actually is and what that's going to look like. We're just kind of speculating on that. But if he's out there, he's definitely going to at least be a decoy and kind of keep you honest with his ability to be able to shoot the 3-point ball. But this game is pretty simple for me, man. I posted this earlier on my page, and I don't know if people got a chance to see it or not. But if you want to, everything is all there. I think about this game, and I talked about this yesterday. It's a closeout game for the Lakers in my estimation. And it's a game that they have to win. Like I said, Memphis is the best home team. I think they finished 32-7 straight up at home. And, next game, all they will have to do is win the game. And they would be favorites, of course, as well, because this is a 7 seed taking on the 2 seed. They've been favored every single game in Memphis throughout this series. So I tweeted this out earlier, but just reading some stuff from the Athletic, the writers that cover the Lakers. They talked about the Lakers being outscored by 33 points in the 55 minutes throughout the entirety of this series that AD has been on the bench. But when AD's in the game, in those 190 minutes that he's played, the Lakers are actually a plus 55. And as soon as the Lakers lost the other game, I mentioned this yesterday, but Anthony Davis came out and said whatever minutes he needs to play in this game, he's willing to do. So I think the Lakers leave everything on the table. I would have liked LeBron to be a tad bit more rested for this game. It does, concern me just a tad bit that, the Lakers are the older team, they're the slower team. But you just gotta play to your strengths, So I think that they can continue to do that. I would have liked LeBron not to play 37 minutes in the last game. It would have been nice if they would, could have cut him back, a little bit less. He was the first starter to go out, but I think he should have been out of the game way before that because the Lakers weren't going to come back and win that game. So AD says that he's going to play 40, 42, 45, 48 minutes, whatever it takes. He said he'll be ready, and that's a quote. To me, that says the Lakers win this game, man. Like I said, I just don't think that they're going to go back. I don't necessarily want to get involved with the spread, though. I really don't want to get involved with the spread. So what I got in my notes real quick is so I just talked about X's and O's and all those different things. As long as the Lakers limit their turnovers, I think as long as they are rebounding the ball. Last game, you hear the players come out from the Memphis side and say that they were challenged, especially some of those guards with rebounding the basketball, and they did their job. Desmond Bane even had 10 rebounds. I think Ja Morant had 10 rebounds in that last game as well. So those guards got down there and rebounded the ball. Rebounding is about will. And we've always seen the Lakers, they always got to get punched before they can punch you twice. Even if they hit you once, they'll wait to get hit back, then they hit again. Tonight, I think that they hit again. I think they get this series out the way with. It's also going to be a quick turnaround if the Lakers do win this series, because I think I forgot when game one of the next series is, if the Lakers win and Golden State wins as well, which also doesn't favor the Lakers at all in this, in that spot either. So one of the things I looked at from an SDQL perspective, kind of going through the database, is home favors and closeout games. So teams that, have already won 3 games, in game 6, those teams are 20-6 straight up. They're only 14-12 against the spread. Of those 20 teams that won, 14 of those teams actually covered the spread as well. The Lakers, just this season after the All-Star break, because we know they've been a much improved team overall. Lakers 9-3 against the spread at home in the wins that they had. So when they win, they typically cover the spread. And then if you look at them specifically after a loss, after the All-Star break as well, they're 7-1 straight up, 6-2 against the spread. So this team, like I said, that's the analytical part of what I'm saying about they get punched, then they punch back. But Lakers will punch you first, but then they'll let you punch them too. They don't have that, that grit, that personality that's going, that killer instinct, similar to Boston, the way they let, Trae Young do them in game 6. So in game 5 in Boston. So like I said, I think the Lakers got to win this game, and if they win, I think they cover. But I don't think I necessarily want to lay the points with them, just because I think it can be a really, really close game. I'll mention the obvious stat that everyone knows. At this time, Grizzlies 0-15 straight up on the road as a dog this season. They have not won a game throughout the season. They're also just 2-15, 2-13 against the spread as well. Losing those games by a tremendous amount, and I talk about it all the time. It's their offensive rating. Their offensive rating drops tremendously on the road. I think they're top 5 offensively at home, but they're bottom 6 offensively on the road. So I think the Lakers come in here, play really good defense. You got to stop, find a way to keep Ja Morant out the paint. I think that starts and ends with Anthony Davis. You also got to be able to slow down Desmond Bane, who really picked it up in the last 2 games. So those are the keys to the game. We want Dylan Brooks shooting, a minimum of 15 3-pointers tonight. And we want Luke Kennard not to play, honestly. I don't want Luke Kennard out there if I'm a Laker fan. So I think the Lakers win the game. It's bad. It's real bad if the Lakers don't win tonight. So I like the Lakers. I'll talk about the play after I break down the second game. Also, if I'm looking at props in this game, cannot talk anybody off, and I didn't play any props at all. All my eggs in one basket tonight, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I think I'm only gonna rock with one play unless I end up playing the under in this game also. So player props, I think you got to look at Bron. Probably a signature game for Bron. We know that Bron has also been in these scenarios where he's been up 2 games, and I want to say he has the best record in NBA history as far as closing teams out. He doesn't lose when he gets a 2-game lead. So I think that's something to kind of take into consideration. I saw the stat earlier, I didn't write it down. So I think that's something to kind of take into consideration. And you just see a motivated team. Bron also said he played like shit last game. And he'll be ready in game 6. So red wine, sleep, magic cream to rub on your knees, whatever you need, Bron. You got enough money to make sure you get it done, baby. We got to get out the first round tonight, baby. LA, let's go. All right, so that's the Laker game. Next game up, we got the Kings and the Warriors. So of course, I had some stuff in this game too. Let me go to my notes section because I actually took some screenshots because I wasn't at my computer earlier today. It's been a busy day, man. So a couple things I got on this from an SDQL perspective. Of course, we know the Warriors, they've won 3 straight games in this series. They were down 2-0. I'm sorry, they were down 0-2. Lost both games in Sacramento. Sacramento lit the beam the first 2 games. They go on the road, Sacramento does, and lose 2 games in a row. The first game without Draymond. Draymond comes back. They win another game, so they go up, tied 2-2. Then of course they go into Sacramento and steal a game in a game that Sacramento just really didn't have it. They hit I don't know if it was a season high or a franchise record, 8 threes in the first quarter in that last game. And I wasn't aware. I was watching the game, but I was kind of doing some other things at the same time. And I heard them say that after the first quarter as it was coming to an end. And I look at the score, and I think it was like 30 to like 33. And I said, "Oh, that's not good. You done hit 8 threes in the first quarter. You only winning by 3." And then you see them go cold. Golden State, you can credit their defense. They are getting these guys back. Having Draymond come off the bench has been something that's been extremely successful for this team. Also, you look at just getting not Jordan Poole, Gary Payton II back. He's getting more acclimated with the offense and the defense. Really, getting in front of Fox and playing some pretty good defense on Fox as well. Then on same side, you got Wiggins also. So to me it kind of feels like the Warriors should go ahead and get this series out the way. We know that they've been an absolute juggernaut as well at home specifically. Specifically after the All-Star break, this team, even because they were kind of fighting for their seeding as far as where they were going to finish in the Western Conference. So really wanting to try to get home court. They didn't end up getting there, but they did finish. Let's see. The Warriors finished. I think I looked at this earlier. The Warriors finished 13-1 straight up after the All-Star break, going all the way back to February the 24th. The only loss came to the Timberwolves. I remember that game. They only scored 96 points in that game, but every other game, far more points than that. I think 109 is the lowest amount. We know that the Kings struggle defensively. They just can't get stops, man. They really can't get stops, and it does kind of feel to me like Sabonis hasn't been aggressive as he's needed to. And I think some of that, just comes from the level of physicality that Kevon Looney and Draymond Green bring him on the offensive end, defensive end. So, the Kings have been extremely vulnerable throughout the entirety of the season. And I think you kind of see it in the playoffs as well, specifically on the interior. When you only have Sabonis out there, as your center, which he plays a lot more minutes than a guy like, Alex Len is going to play, you're susceptible to giving up points in the paint. And, I think that's why Draymond, has kind of been picking and choosing his spots, and he's been able to score. Simply put, I don't feel like the Warriors losing this game. Do they cover the 7.5 point spread? I'm not 100% sure if they do or they don't, but I don't think that they going back to Sacramento. Sacramento had a golden shot in the last game. I'm not saying that I think this is going to be easy by any means. We saw the Kings, potentially, who was it? Harrison Barnes missed a game winner, potential game winner for this team. The last game that they played in what was that, game 4? Yeah, game 4 before they lost game 5 as well. Harrison Barnes missed a potential game winner from the 3-point line after they doubled De'Aaron Fox to get the ball out of his hands. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I think Golden State seizes the moment tonight and gets this series out the way with. So a couple of things I wanted to share other than the Warriors being 13-1 against the spread, 13-1 straight up at home after the All-Star break, 11-3 against the spread, winning those games by average of 11 points. They've covered, every single game except the one to the Kings. We know Steph called the timeout when they didn't have any. The other cover that they had was against the Spurs, not extremely motivated in that game. That was towards the end of the season. And then the only other one was the one that they actually lost to the Timberwolves. So I think that they, win the game. The spread is, kind of high. I think it's high for a reason, because when Golden State wins, they typically do by margin at home. Like I said, of those 14 games that they played, they're winning by average of 10.79 points in those games. And it's a 92%, 93% hit rate of just playing them on the money line at home as well. So other things that I looked at real quick, and then I'll open it up to you guys. First thing I looked at was, let's see. So in the playoffs, teams coming off 2 wins in a row. So you just won the last 2 games, and now you're a home favorite. And it's a closeout game because you have 3 wins already. Those teams are 43-14 straight up. That's 75% of the time they win those games. And 33-23-1. So that's 59%. Those teams are winning by average of 11 points, and this dates all the way back to, I'm not even sure how far the database goes back on this, but those teams are 75% when it comes to just winning the game straight up. So that's teams off 2 wins in a row and they're home favorites, and it's a closeout game because they also have 3 wins in the series. Another thing I looked at was when you're a road dog and you're in a potential closeout game, elimination game. So road dogs in elimination games catching 7 points or more since 2016 are 8-21 straight up. That's only a 27.6% cover rate, which means that if you fade them just on the money line, that's 73.4%. Those teams don't do well. Road dogs on the road, catching 7 points, don't win majority of the time. One more thing I looked up. This is teams. So road dogs, which the Kings are, coming off 2 losses in the first round in the elimination game. So same thing, just the elimination game, except first round specifically, it drops to 5-23. That's 83.1% of the times these teams lose these games in this spot. Let's see. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last 7 have lost, dating all the way back to 2020 when the Pacers played the Heat. And let's see, do I got one more? Oh, historically. So historically, the Golden State Warriors, when they're home favorites in a closeout game at the crib, they are 11-3 straight up, going back to 2013. 11-3 straight up, that's 78%. Only 7-7 against the spread, although they have covered the last 2. One against the Grizzlies last year, one against the Mavericks as well last year. But those, they're winning those games specifically when they're at home. So and that dates all the way back to 2013. So what I did was, to avoid these spreads, was I just put these 2 teams together. Little 2-team money line parlay. I have the Los Angeles Lakers tonight on the money line with the Golden State Warriors on the money line. Best odds that you can get for that is a -1. Well, it was a -101 when I gave it out earlier. I don't do a lot of parlays. Y'all know that, but that's the play of the day for me, man. I don't want to touch these spreads. I think both of these road dogs can keep these games close for sure, but I don't think either one of them wins tonight. Anything can happen, but that's the way I'm kind of looking at the game. As far as total in the second game, because that's the only thing that I didn't talk about, and I didn't even change the banner. It's up to 237. Contrarian part of me wants to believe that this game goes under. I gave out the under for game 4 in Golden State, and it ticked over by 4 points. The pace in this game is going to be extremely fast. The Warriors have been one of the teams that have been going under. They are 9-5 to the under at home after the All-Star break as well. And they're holding teams, below their projected point total. So I would lean towards the under, but I'm not going to play it. If anything, this will be a live line that I'll take, maybe third quarter, because what you see in these fast-paced games is that the games get a lot slower. In the fourth quarter is when the least amount of points is being scored. So real quick, let's see. Warriors. I just want to see how many points being scored in the fourth quarter. So far in this series, 58.4 points are being scored in the fourth quarter of these series, whereas the first quarter is averaging 55. The second quarter is averaging 58. The third quarter is averaging 61. And 58 in the fourth quarter. So if anything, I'm probably going to play the fourth quarter to go under because the third quarter has been a very, very high, the highest scoring quarter of all 3. So as far as props, I couldn't talk anybody off Looney. Dude's been absolutely killing it, crushing it, absolutely doing his thing as far as his rebounds plus assists. Having Draymond, out of the lineup at certain times has been beneficial for him. He continues to, find his teammates as well. So I couldn't talk anybody off him, especially if you've been kind of looking at his numbers. I also think on the opposite side, looking at the Kings are in an elimination game. Similar situation to what we talked about with D'Angelo, with Anthony Edwards 2 nights ago. I think Fox has a big game. I think he absolutely comes out shooting. I think Fox gonna go down, shooting, especially when you think about some of the youth on this team. Fox is one of the veterans on this team. We know if you just took his points every single time throughout the entirety of this series, you made a lot of money. Don't think he's super affected by the finger injury as well. So that's the way I'll probably be looking at props. But I didn't play anything as far as props on this game at all. I literally just need these two teams to win, and I'm totally fine with that. So that's how I'm kind of looking at the games today, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Send me your requests, complete breakdowns, talked about the totals as well. And let me know what y'all think tonight, man. I think both home favorites covered. I don't know if they cover, but I think both home teams win tonight. If I had to play the Lakers game, gun to my head or free play, and I had to take the spread, I would take the Lakers minus the 4.5. I think even if it's close late, the Lakers, probably hit a few free throws because in elimination games, you're going to get free throws, of course, at the end of the game. And they should be able to cover this game. I think if I'm playing the Golden State and Sacramento game, I'm probably taking the points with Sacramento. I think that game could be a little bit closer than what the spread kind of indicates. So those are the two ways that I'm thinking. Of course, I think, we'll see. The Kings have been extremely an extremely mature team, I think, given the average age on that team. So I don't think that they're going to roll over. I don't think that this two-team money line parlay at all will be easy today. I just expect it to hit. I do think that both of these home teams get the job done. So nothing is easy. Nothing is ever guaranteed either. I don't want people to think that, but that's the way I kind of see both of the games going today. So, yeah, that's what I like today, man. Let's see what y'all got in the comment section. What up, Sean? What up, Cap Zach? Thanks for sharing all your hard work, Chris, and knowledge. What do you think of the props? Prop top 3 point scores in the Warriors game? Curry minus 140, Fox plus 280, or Thompson plus 500. I like Thompson the best. With those odds, I would like Thompson the best too. Honestly, I think it could be a Fox game. As far as scoring the ball, I think they're gonna rely on him a little bit more. You're not gonna see a lot of those role players be relied on. I don't think by Coach Mike Brown today. So that's what I would think there. Fox over 26.5. What's up to my guy S. Dot? Thoughts on Looney over 3.5 assists? I would only be able to look towards the over. I wouldn't play Looney under his assists, just based on the potential assists that he's averaging. Dude's been killing it. Cap Zach said LeBron James double-double, 4 of the last 5 against Memphis, plus 124 on FanDuel. I love it, Zach. Love it. Didn't play it, but I will be looking at his. Bron's been playing a lot of, 4. He's, has to go down there and rebound the ball because Xavier Tillman and Jared Jackson Jr. is down there. So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. What up, Star Child? LeBron double-double in the win. He's hit this line 4 of the last 5 games against Memphis, plus 124 on FanDuel. I like that too, Zach. I like that a lot, man. Double-double in the win. Like I said, I'm just on the money line parlay, but if you want to take those, I think they're good looks for sure. Star Child says I lean Grizzlies for the spread. I hope they get plus 5.5 by game time. Okay. Yeah, I think they win but don't cover as well. Dylan got to hit a couple threes to make the Lakers play honest. Yeah, even if he hit a couple, I don't think the Lakers going to play honest. I think they just live with the percentages at this point. At the end of the day, it's all analytics with the way that the coaching staff, I think, kind of comes into these games and kind of treat these players. They treat them like a number. Dylan Brooks, he got a big 2.7 on his face. It's 2.7 is 27%, which is something like where he's shooting for the series. So that's how I kind of, I think that's how they look at it. Under 236.5. That's the only way I would play it to Star Child. I think it's up to 237 too. Definitely shop around. If you can get that extra half a point, it could be valuable for sure. Could definitely be valuable. Yeah, I don't think they make it a game 7, Fremont. I could be wrong, and we'll see. But I just don't trust them on the road. No way I'm backing the team that went on the road that's 0-15 against this. Even if it was the Lakers, I couldn't put my money on them either. So, and if the Lakers lose tonight, I'm not putting my money on them in Golden State. I mean, in Memphis either. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that out the way. Game 6, Clay. Yeah, Clay typically does have a big game. Clay has a really big game in Game 6. He had a big game in Game 5 though. So we'll see how it goes for sure. I mean, he gets better with the games for sure. Clay goes crazy in Game 6. I'm not taking LeBron over 26.5 point, Aiden, but I do think it's a signature game for LeBron. I felt like he's the guy that, probably feels like he let the team down last game. He shot 1 for 9 from the 3-point line. Said he talked about how he played, and I think he bounces back in a big way today for sure. But I don't think that Bron forces it. I would probably look towards LeBron points, rebounds, and assists to go over, even though I feel like the game goes under. Also, I didn't mention his name, but AR 15, man, Austin Reeves. He's cashed every single time I've bet on him throughout the entirety of this series, and you always just take his points, rebounds, and assists because his influence on the game is he's a Swiss Army knife. I don't even got to cap that one, so I would be looking at Austin Reeves to go over his points, rebounds, and assists. He's gonna play the third most minutes behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis for sure. Excuse me, maybe even more minutes than those guys. He's younger. So yeah, yep. All right, cool. Josh says he liked the Kings plus 7.5, Lakers -4, LeBron over 25.5. Troy says Wiggins under 5.5 rebounds plus 120, 7.36% EV. Poole under 3.5 assists plus 105, 4.7 EV. Hunter over 11.5 points, 6.48% EV, and Clay over 4.5 threes. I'll be looking at Clay threes if I'm playing anything. Okay. I like it. Okay. All right, cool. Let me get to the chat, man. Let me get the guys up. So let's see. Frank, Dream, Ben, Cam. All right, cool. Let's start here and we'll keep it going. And like I always say, man, take it, just take 1 second. Hit the like button for me, retweet the show. If you're watching on Twitter, watching on YouTube, always greatly appreciate it. All this is always free, man. It'd be 400 people in here. I get 6 likes on the video. Six likes on Twitter. It's crazy. All this free, man. Just hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's go. Let's go Dream, and then let's go Frag, and then let's go Ben. Let's go in that order. What up, Dream?
You gotta pull him up.
Oh, he must have got a phone call or something because he was up. You start, Frag. I'll wait on Dream.
Let Ben go first. He hasn't been up here in a while, so I'll let him go first.
Okay, cool. Dream just dropped, so he'll probably come back up. Ben, you up first then. What up, my guy?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I can't complain after that 4 quarter under last night.
You called it, right? What you get? You got 248.5?
I got live at half at 250.5. I had the pregame 4th quarter under at 56.5. And then I also took it live at 257.5. And they all it was easy.
All cash, right? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it took Boston, what how long is the game? 44 minutes, 48 minutes. So it took them 44 minutes to start playing defense, but that 4 minutes, came up big for sure.
No doubt. The one thing I recognized about last night is that, those are 2 teams that really want to run.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get tired, there ain't no running.
Right. That's a fact.
And those guys were exhausted last night. So we're gonna go right back to that with the under 4th quarter 56 in the Lakers game. 4th quarter under 56. Ja's knees fucked up. I think everybody saw that. It's only a matter of time till he re-aggravates in this game. I'm not wishing ill will on anybody. It's just a fact with knees. Anybody who played sports know that you're putting masking tape on that. That ain't a fix. And LeBron and AD are old as hell. And they're gonna play 40 plus minutes tonight. So
what was the line, Ben?
What do you say?
What was the total for the 4th quarter?
I got 56.
56.5?
I got 56 on this game. 56.5 last night.
Oh, okay. So it's 55.5. Or did you get a flat 56?
Under 56.0.
Oh, you got a flat 56. Okay. All right, cool. Under 56. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Keep going. My fault.
So I just see that happen, and I think whether they run early or they don't run early, the only reason that we've been losing unders in the playoffs is solely because the teams come out hot. That's it. So I'm gonna take that away. I think these possessions matter a lot down the stretch in this game. Obviously, we got a pretty close, number here on the spread. I think we're looking at a 1 bucket game when it's all said and done. So I'm invested in some long possessions with tired players at the end of the game.
Yeah. So Ben, real quick, one more thing to back you up. I just looked it up. 5 to 6 games so far, in the series, averaging 45.4 points in the fourth quarter.
No doubt. We love those numbers, so then we'll move to LeBron. I'm on his rebounds plus assists. I got it last night at 15.5 at minus 115. The number has moved to 16.5, but if you go to his alt line on FanDuel, you can still get his 15.5 at like minus 132. I like that better than the 16.5. Drink the juice. We'll be fine. LeBron at home in playoff games since the bubble, so post-bubble, he is averaging 19.3 rebounds plus assists. Hitting this number in 13 to 17 games, so we're 11-4. I'm good there. We're good. We see the quotes by LeBron. Anybody who watched that game saw the look that was on his face when he was on the bench for the final couple, seconds of that game. Like, this is like you said. I think this is a LeBron legacy game. I don't know if it's scoring. I think this might be a triple-double LeBron game. And the beauty is at 15.5, we don't need a triple-double. I think we get something like 12 rebounds, 6 assists, something like that. So that's what I'm on with Bron. There wasn't anything I really liked on the Memphis side, just because I think they got a lot of different ways that they can score. Going over to that Golden State game, we're going to rock with the same bet as yesterday. First half higher scoring than second half, right? We look at this game, at a first half total of 120.5. And a full game total. What was it? 231. Is that right? 235. Right. Vegas is telling you points early, possessions matter late, and these are two teams that are going to run a ton early, fast-paced teams that can get tired in long series. So I like that. It's minus 150. I'm not going to drink the juice with that. I'm going to pair that with LeBron at 4 assists. He has 4 assists in every home playoff game since the bubble. Every single home playoff game since the bubble. You put those together, that's a minus 110. So I'm on that. I love Looney rebounds. I love Looney assists. I love Looney rebounds plus assists. I love Looney ladder rebounds. Me and Dream, we're going back in the DMs together. Looney, I got it last night on Bovada because Bovada's got some crazy odds when you go super high. I got Looney 20 rebounds, which he's done twice this series at plus 1259 or 1253. Sorry, and I got Looney 20 rebounds and 7 assists. For just a nice little long shot, which he has done this series, I believe, twice at plus 5,900. You just look and Looney's got a motor. His only job is to rebound the ball and throw it out to shooters. So if we got a guy in a closeout game who has one job, I trust him to do that one job that he's proven he can do well. I'm on Fox rebounds plus assists, just looking at the numbers from the series, but I'll let Dream talk about that. I know he's on that. Just seeing his post this morning, I put that in last night. I don't know what the number is now. He can talk about that. It's a great bet. But I'm on Fox's points. Fox is a guy who's proven this season that he's been really good without rest. So he's a guy who thrives with being in rhythm rather than, get a little more rest. We've chronicled that in here that, in second legs of back-to-backs, he's always kind of performed better than the first leg of back-to-back, which to me means fatigue doesn't really get to him. Obviously, he's a young player. And quite frankly, I don't see who is going to stop him from Golden State. No one has stopped him this series, and I think the ball is going to be in his hands a ton. Like we've always talked about, role players play better at home than on the road. So, they're on the road. Fox is their guy. He's going to take at least 22 shots tonight, in my opinion, because I think he's averaging 22 shots this series. So if we're getting 22-plus shots from Fox, who's shooting the 3-ball pretty well, I don't care about the finger. He shot the 3-ball great last game. Give me him at 26.5 for sure. So that's what I'm on today.
Fox over 26.5. Fox rebounds and assists. I think that line is, 10.5, Ben? I know you said you're going to let Dream talk about
11.5. I mean, he's crushing it. And then I took his PRA also.
Okay, yeah, that's the way I was thinking. I was thinking more so points too, but I could not talk you up. I think Fox not going out without a fight. He just kind of seemed like that type of player to me. You're gonna have to kill him. So I like it. But what was the other one, Ben? I know you said Bron rebounds and assists at 15.5.
Everything you can get with Looney tonight, with rebounds, assists, ladders, like all over him.
Okay.
And then that first half, higher score in the second half. We're gonna keep riding that train the rest of the playoffs.
Golden State and Sacramento first half more points than the second half.
Bingo.
Okay, what market is that in, Ben?
I got that on Bovada.
On Bovada, okay.
Yeah, Bovada kind of sucks, but they got a couple like odds and ends bets and ladder plays that can be kind of profitable.
Yeah, I mean the book. Who cares about the book? What the name of it is? What they got to offer? What the interface look like? Long as you cash and they send you your bread, that's all that matters.
And just for people in here who do have an account there, if you get on there right when games are posted, they got some crazy lines for defensive stuff that are way better than the rest of the market. Like I got AD last night at 3 blocks for plus 100. And
wow.
Everywhere else now, 3 blocks is like minus 200.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, they got.
So I put a nice chunk on that. I'm not going to give that out. It's like some people should go play 3 blocks because it's minus 200.
Right. No, for sure. Okay.
I'll take it at plus 100 when it gets posted for sure.
Yeah. Okay. No, I like that. I like the looks.
That was a lot. I just want to give out everything else.
Hey, no, I appreciate you, bro. I definitely appreciate that. I think that the Lakers fourth quarter under, off the rip. I don't like playing those quarters early at all. I like to kind of see the flow of the game, but it's backed up by the stats, Ben, and every single game has kind of been that same trajectory. I know last year people were playing Golden State third quarter. They didn't even know what the score was going to be at halftime. But people was just jumping on Golden State third quarter, thinking that they were going to be losing. And, it worked out more times than not. So I think overall it's been pretty profitable. And it feels like that kind of feels like this to me, Ben.
I will be on that tonight as well if the Kings are up at halftime.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I'm talking about pregame. They were like, I'm betting Golden State third quarter, before the game even starts. So, yeah. Okay. Now, I like the looks, man. Appreciate you sharing these, man, for sure. Ben got a lot of looks. Absolutely, man. Let's cash tonight, Ben. Kicking it to Dream. What up, Dream?
What's the vibes, my guy?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Can't complain. Quick recap. It's funny when you put me up here. It said I was a speaker, so I was talking. And then I heard you like, "Oh, nah, he must not."
Yeah, it said speaker on my end too, and then Frag was like, "Nah, you ain't no speaker." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. But yeah, quick recap. Shout out to the Celtics. They came through. With that first quarter full game money line. And then after the spaces, I told your boy Finesse on that first half full game. And then I caught, based off, how we've been doing with Oneka, I caught Capella under PRA live after halftime in anticipation of him not playing that much in the second half, and that cash too, barely, but it cashed. So 3-0 night, try and get back on it today. So
love it.
Yeah, man, just to follow the great Ben, we on the same thing with Looney, just to immediately piggyback off that. I'm on this over 3.5 assists. I got it at minus 140. I play it up to 145. If it get too crazy, make it a parlay piece. Or if you want to get spicy and play the over 4.5 at plus money, you could do that. And I also played the rebounds and assists over 16.5. If the assist is too juice right now, just play the rebounds plus assist at 16.5. I got that at minus 115 at MGM. Well, actually, I don't know. I might have got it at 120, but the best line that I seen available was 115 at MGM.
That's a straight assist?
No,
rebounds plus assist, 16.5.
Yeah, 16.5 rebounds and assists.
Okay.
The assist, I'm sure, is probably crazy because I gave that out like this morning at 2 a.m. and it was 140 at 2 a.m. So God knows what it is now.
It probably didn't change. It probably didn't shifted. The whole line probably didn't change.
Yeah, or it could have went down. So give it just check it out. But the rebounds and assists, if that juice too much, I like the rebounds and assists, just like Ben was saying. So basically, everything Ben said is right. I'll add a little more to it. He over 3 of the last 5 games, both of these lines, and it's the last 3 games, and that goes along with Golden State winning. He's getting 30-plus minutes all those games. It also goes with Draymond being out / coming off of the bench. So if Draymond come off the bench again tonight, oh, man, I love this line. I love it, and that's why the ladders is in play. I think if Dre comes off the bench, Looney is going to have a humongous first half, then hopefully Dre hopefully come off the bench both halves. But what Kurt been doing is been letting him come off the bench and start him in the second half. But even if he does play with Draymond, I still love the rebounds and assists. Looney is one of the quiet leaders, and I expect him to do what he's been doing. So, like I said, 16.5 rebounds and assists for Looney, 3.5 assists for Looney. Next, I'm on Fox rebounds and assists just like Ben. I stayed away from the points, but I damn sure can't talk you off Fox score for 40 tonight. I can't do it. But I just played the rebounds and assists because the cash from your last game, I got it at 10.5, and I knew that line was crazy. I think he finished with 16. I expect a similar effort today. He's gone over this line every game except for one this series. He's been on triple-double watch all series. He might get it tonight. I might even sprinkle that. But yeah, he had 9 and 7 last game. The game before that, he had 9 and 9. The game before that, I believe he had 9 and 7. So, yeah, I just love D5. And the thing with his injury too, if something happens and God forbid, like he really re-aggravate his hand or something, he is a dog and he's going to affect the game in other ways. He's just not going to be out there being a decoy. If he know he can't affect the game scoring, he's going to assist the ball. He's going to rebound the ball. He's going to defend. So, I love that. D Fox over 11.5 rebounds and assists. I got it at minus 128 at FanDuel. If it's 12.5, that's fine as well too.
Should be 11. I'm looking at 11.5 right now, Jay Murray, where the best odds look like it's on Bet365 at minus 125. Caesars got a minus 129, and Hard Rock got a minus 125. BetMGM got a minus 130. But DraftKings got a minus 150, so that's why you got a shot. You got a shot. Yeah, they be tripping.
You can find some great odds. To me, I go there for like double doubles and triple doubles. Honestly. So yeah, Looney, Fox, and then my last play, Keegan Murray, under 18.5 PRA. This is a risky play. But he's only gone over this line once all playoff. Now he has been playing 30 minutes plus the last few games. First, I'll talk myself off. I already put my money, so it is what it is. But I'll talk you off a tail of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that kind of capper. I'm not gonna sit up there and act like my shit is foolproof.
Facts, me either.
So he has been playing 30 minutes the last 3 games. And my biggest fear when I place the bet is a blowout, and he's in when Golden State is up 20 with 4 minutes left. They're just gonna let the Rook stay in, and then he might do some bullshit at the end and go crazy. That's my concern. But he's only had one big game this series. In all the 3 games, the last 3 games, he's been playing 30 minutes. They lost. So it's time to get back to doing what you was doing the first 2 games. How about you sit the rookie and find some other people to play?
Trey Lyles.
To whoever. But look, y'all lost the last 3 games. So I don't expect Keegan Murray to be a focal point. Yeah, they might leave him open. Yeah, he might hit a couple shots. It is what it is. But I see him finishing with something like 6, 8, 5, no assists. I see him playing between 25 and 30 minutes. And I think he sails under this line. I think you're going to have a big De'Aaron Fox. The bonus has really been neutralized this series. I think he's going to try and give it all he got. This is like a game 7 for Sacramento, so I'll be very surprised if the rookie gets a long leash. If he get off to a rough start, if he's missing shots, or he's not contributing on the defensive end, I would hope he gets pulled. And shout out to Keegan Murray. I don't like talking down on nobody. It's just my analysis. I think he's gonna be a good player. So that's what I'm on. All my plays on my page. As far as blunt money bets, Looney, we're gonna ladder his assists 6 to 8. I'm not sure what it's at now, but last time I checked, you can get 8 assists at PointsBet for plus 1,000. You still may be able to get it for like 900 or 1,000. I would play that. And 6 assists should be around 250, 300. That's worth the play. And De'Aaron Fox to have 8 rebounds and 8 assists, that's plus 975 on DraftKings. I like that as well. And just for the Laker game, I don't really have nothing for that game. I'll let y'all do what y'all do. But I would say I may get there with Desmond Bane. I think he's going to have a big game. Also, he's playing power forward a lot in these lineups. I don't know if Luke Kennard going to play or not. I don't know if I don't know what's up with that. But, yeah, Memphis been going small, and that's why Bane had 10 rebounds last game. His double-double is plus 675 on FanDuel. So, yeah, that might be worth a sprinkle. And Brian, somebody said, Brian, who was talking before? Who was that? My guy, Frag?
No. It was Ben.
Oh, my God. I knew it was one of my guys. Yeah, Ben. Yeah, triple-double. Brian. I mean, I think it's a Brian game. I don't know how to bet Brian. But yeah, Bron to have 35 points wouldn't surprise me. I think you've been chilling this series. We can get a real Bron game. And Bron triple-double. You can build it out to plus 1,300 on FanDuel. I already sprinkled that. So that's what I'm on. And, yo, we almost hit the lotto last night, man. John Collins hit his 3 threes. Trae Young hit his 4 threes. But Trae Young finished with 10 assists instead of 12. That would have been like a plus 8,500. We was this close, man.
That's why you keep shooting for the stars, man. That's why you keep shooting for the stars, Jen. You just don't bet the house on it, man. I think that's where people, I know you don't, but I'm just saying I think that's where people, like I don't promote parlays, but I do think it's cool to, hit a lotto every now and then. It's, at least play them, if you're not gonna overthink the game too much and you just want to, kind of have fun with it, especially only one game. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's it, man.
Okay. Hey, Dream, real quick. So B-Flow just DM'd me. He said, yo, watching your live show, but if you could maybe talk about Wiggins points plus rebounds at 24.5, my favorite play tonight. Want to get your thoughts. What's your thoughts, Dream, on Mr. Wiggins tonight? I'm thinking over this number, him being back at the crib. What you think?
Yeah, if I had to bet, I would bet over. I played Wiggins points and rebounds, I think, game 3 of the series, and it went over.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it's some value on Wiggins threes. I posted a lot on my page with Wiggins to hit 3 threes tonight. That was a part of it with only 6 assists, Fox 8 assists, and something else. Fox 3 threes. So, yeah, can't talk you off Wiggins.
Okay. I like that. I think the Bron game 6 might be like Clay game 6 because I just feel like the Lakers are in a desperation spot. Like this really is game 7 for the Lakers, and I think they do whatever has to happen tonight for them to walk away with the win is what LeBron James does. So, excuse me. So I would be looking at LeBron to go over his points too. Like I said, it's nothing that I played, but it's definitely on my short list at 26.5. Even though I think the game goes under 2, though, I will say that I think it's going to be a defensive game. So I don't want to play a lot of overs, but if I'm playing 2 overs, I'm playing Bron points over. I'm playing Ja points over. I just feel like I saw something out of Ja in the last game too. And if the Lakers not getting back on defense, Ja going out shooting. Like he not whatever his points prop at, he could go over by 10. What you think, Dre?
Yo, yeah. Shit, Ja's plus you gonna give me Ja in the elimination game plus 1,000 to score 40? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm sorry, bro. Real quick, if you just put all of the guys, the big dogs in the Laker game to score 25, that's like plus 800. And I'm who can't see that happening? Bane 25, Ja 25,
AD and Bron.
AD and Bron, yeah, that's like plus 800. I'm sure you could dumb it down to like 22 and get some good plus money as well. So yeah, I was just playing with stuff, and yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
Okay, I like it. I like that. I mean, I could see one of them might go under. It'd probably be AD because he had a good game. He had a good game, and he been seesawing back and forth. But you can't alter down like Dream said too, as well. A lot of great stuff from Dream, man. A lot of great stuff from Dream. Y'all tell what y'all want, man, for sure. Let's keep it moving. Frag, you ready now? I'm gonna kick it back to you.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate
you. Yeah. What's up, Frag? What's going on, man? What you liking tonight, man? 30 for 30 in the closeout. What we doing, Frag?
30 in the closeout's different, man. But first recap went 1-1. Jaylen Brown got there and he got super busy. He got 30, so I was happy to see that. And then DeJounte Murray first quarter 5.5 points. He finished with 0, so broke even on that day. But hit a nice little light with the threes with the John Collins and Trae. I had dumbed it down a little bit with Tatum, 4 apiece, and then Collins for 2. So a little profit there. So
nice. Okay.
I was happy about that. So first off, I got 2 plays in the Warriors game. I'm going Warriors first quarter, first half, man. -2 and then -4. I just think these Kings are in real trouble right here, man. I don't like the production I'm seeing out of Herder. Keegan Murray, wishy-washy. You never know what you're going to get with him. Sabonis, he's in a straitjacket. He can't do shit against Draymond. Can't do shit against Looney. He's not averaging the assists he used to do on the road. He's not even rebounding the ball, at the clip he was. He's the best rebounder in the league. He's not doing that. He's not scoring either. And I think these Warriors are gearing up, man. If you just watch them each game by game,
they're getting better and better, ain't they, Fred?
They're getting better and better, and this shit is scary. Because these guys is different, bro. This is not like, the shooting they got on the floor is just 10 times better than any teams in the league at the moment, I just think.
Yeah.
And with Wiggins, this guy, man, Wiggins, This guy is literally giving them 20 points every single game, efficiently shooting 50% from the field, playing defense, rebounding, just scrappy like. And just with him not having to worry about being the first option, the issues he had in Minnesota as far as, not showing up here and there. He just got to just hoop now. He don't got to worry about this and that. If he makes a bad play, cool. Curry going to make a three, get him right back. Like, he don't have to worry about, looking over his shoulder. He done won a chip with them. And I just think the Kings are done, man. They're just done. They're going to get, I predict it could get real ugly in Oracle early for them. They might fight back, maybe trick off the spread. The Warriors could trick it off at the end, but I just think early and often, I just think the Warriors are just going to get real busy on them. And then with Draymond coming off the bench, what team you see does that? They bring off one of their star players off the bench. I know he said he wanted to do that, but it's just like they have so many different options right now with, the squad they got. I just think it's too much for the Kings. I just don't trust these, young guys on the road, man. Shit's going to hit the fan, and, they might just tuck their tails and just get out of there, honestly.
Okay, so let's see. Going back to 2013, when the Warriors are home favorites in a closeout game, they are winning the first quarter by 1, and of course, this is a 14-game sample. Of course, winning the first quarter by 1.7, winning the second quarter by 3. So it's about a 4-point margin, a little over a 4-point margin there, Fred. Okay, what'd you get the spreads at, Fred? What'd you get first quarter, first half at?
-2 and then -4.
-2 and -4. Okay, so 2-point lead and a 4-point lead at half for the Warriors today. And for X, he getting in and getting out just in case they trick it up at the end. Okay.
It got spooky with a couple games. I got spooky with the spread. People tricking off the spread. So the first quarter, first halves haven't been too kind lately. As earlier in the playoffs, people were hammering the down 0-2. They had the crib fight back stuff, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the trend kind of goes back a little bit, back to the way with the favorites covering. I just think I'm down to ride with the Warriors. I'm willing to pay to find out what these Kings are about.
Okay, my guy Fraser, he got his money on it. He want to see what Fox and the boys got.
If they come out, they shut me up. But, I'm willing to put my money behind it.
Okay, I like it. What else you got, Fred?
And then just one last play, and then the thought. I kind of lean in. I like AR-15s, not his PRA. Obviously it's a great. I can't talk nobody off of it. I'm looking at his threes, man. 1.5 at even money, and then 3 at like +270. I just think it's crazy. I think that's crazy value, man. LeBron's gonna, the triple double. Like you said, they're speaking of the triple double. Bron's not the guy that just. I don't think he's gonna get 35. He can, but. It's just not. It's not the motive of the team. I think the team is, they're playing good team basketball. That's why they're here. LeBron hasn't been caring, but he's been doing his part defensively, offensively, everything. So I think if Lakers want to win this game, it's not going to just be Bron and AD. Rui got to step up. Russell got to step up. And I like AR-15, man. He playing 40 minutes a game. He took 8 threes last game on the road. So, he's shooting in the gym now. He's at the crib. Shit, give me 3 threes for +270 and even money for 1.5. Shit, I'm taking that.
Okay. He is averaging he's averaging 2 on 5 attempts, shooting 40%. Dude is it. I might have to get. I didn't even look at it, bro. I did not know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, +270. I'm going to the one. I'm going for the 1.5 though. I think I like that.
1.5. Shit, that's that. Man, shit, I smell the first half cash.
That could be it. Yeah, Bron's gonna be like you said. I don't think he'd go for 35 tonight either. Anything's possible with Bron, but if he go for 35, that might not be a good thing for the Lakers. They need to play, continue to play team ball, and Bron. Bron need to get everybody else involved. Yeah, for sure. And they are. Like I said, he the third best player on the team, man. Yeah, for sure. And he playing the third most minutes as well. Right behind AD. He averaging 37 minutes in the series. Yeah, AD and Bron averaging 38, like literally 38. He averaging 37. So, and then D'Lo averaging 31, and he might stay, get in foul trouble. He might foul out. He might just go sit on the bench because he can't guard nobody. It's a lot going on with D'Angelo Russell pre and live in the game as well. So, like that a lot, Fred. Like that, bro.
Yeah, and then just one last play for me. It's gonna be it's not a play I'm too keen on. I'm not. I haven't got there yet, but it's the under on Dylan Brooks, man. 11.5. I just think that they kind of being kind of fishy with the Kennard news, man. Like, I know he might not play or he not could play, but put the damn props up. You know what I mean? Put the damn props up, and if you don't play, void it. They just trying to do this wishy-washy business with him not trying to play or them playing. Put the damn props up, man. And then if you don't, he don't play, just void it. Like, they trying to play mind games and shit. So that's the only reason why I haven't got there yet. Yeah, the Dylan Brooks under 11.5. It's low as fuck. He's gonna be wide open. That's why it's fucking scary. And the thing is, he don't fucking shoot. So that's the only reason why I'm terrified of that shit.
Well, his quote Frag was after the last game is, he wants to be not like direct quote. I'm paraphrasing, but he not a team player. He just said that it's other ways that he can score the ball. So maybe instead of catching it, he wants to appear confident. But when you just missing so many shots, man. It get bad real quick, and he said that he just can affect the game in other ways on the offensive end. So to me, that means he might pump fake and try to drive, and that still ain't gonna work out well for him. But yeah, that's what he said, Frag. That that was the quote after the last game.
Yeah. One just last thing on that. Maybe a pivot off of that because he can kind of like sometimes he does get busy in the mid range. Like his mid range is not like total shit, but his under 1.5 threes is plus 170. Shit, I mean,
I looked at that. Yeah, he hit. I think he hit 2 in 3 of the 5 games so far. I did look at that. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't talk you off of it though. The Grizzlies in general, they don't shoot well on the road. So, but he, like you said, he gonna be open because the Lakers. I mean, they doing him so bad. Like he literally just out there.
That's my only issue with it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I talked about that being one of my favorite looks as well. Appreciate you, Frag. Cash some tickets tonight, my guy.
Yeah, and just they got Tony Brothers reffing the game.
I saw that. My guy Tony.
Hopefully he can be a brother and freaking inject Dylan Brooks. Just off his ass. Get him out the fucking.
Hey, that'd be nice, bro. That would be nice, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, Frank. Let's cash tonight, man. Let's cash these tickets. All right, Cam is up next, and then Pluto, I'm coming. And then Monotone, I'm coming to you, and then Pluto, I'm coming to you. What's up? What's up, Cam?
What's good, man? How's everybody?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Let me guess, Cam. We got to go back to AD, right? Over the blocks and steals. Am I right? Am I right or am I right?
You're right. But that's not the first one I'm on. But you are right. That is on the best list. It has to happen tonight. But yeah, I'm on Kevin Looney. Get that bet back over, by the way. I'm on Kevin Looney points and rebounds and assists. Over the 16.5, I'm on in rebounds, 12.5. I mean, I might as well squad rider, probably take the 20 ladder. Because I see that like plus 1,025, so I'll probably just throw low on that just to join the boys, rather than just watching Dream cash these things. I'm not a Dream dude. Like, I'm just watching his lottos, enjoying it. Like, I was watching the Trae Young shit. I was watching the draft. I'm like, yo, let me just see if Trae Young's gonna get to these 12 assists. Like, I'm showing my boy being like, right here, plus 8,000.
Right.
Straight up, it's just fun to watch. Also, go Birds. But yeah, I'm also on Wiggins stocks over 2.5. I think it's plus 115. I can't remember what I got it at, but he's gone over that 3 or 5 times in the series, and every time he has, it's been basically no sweat or not at all. I think the Golden State Warriors are going to do what they do and just win. And they're going to do it in all the ways they do best. And people forget that Wiggins is now, in my opinion, their best defender, better than Draymond, better than Kevin. He's shown that over the past last year. He came back into the series, he forgot how to play defense. So my stock so far, I'm 11-7, and then if you remove the parlays, it's 10-5. So if you want to feel free. If not, all good. They're always plus money, so that's kind of the value there. It's like for Wiggins, I can see him getting over 2.5 stocks with just blocks or steals. Same philosophy whenever I pick these. Now, on to your boy AD, same thing. Over 4.5, it's minus 115. The only way I was going to stay off it was like minus 40, 140, minus 130. They didn't do it, so I'm back. Some things he's going to be on the floor. Like you said, I'm not sitting. So if AD's on the floor, there's a lot of shots for him to block. There's a lot of random steal opportunities for him to get. You got to show it on the defensive end. He knows it. He's been like at the game where he didn't hit it, he still tried. Like he's still always contesting everything. I just think there's going to be a bit of a franticness to this game, a bit of a tightness, and we're going to see that defense come through. I'm going to bet that game live. I think the Lakers win. I'm with you on that, but I'm not. Every time I bet the Lakers, this series has been live and just taken them literally when it's gotten to evens and it's been money line. That could happen again today. If they go down, I don't know, 10 points or whatever, you'll probably see their line be around like evens just for them to win out. So that's when I jump on the Lakers. I'll also be watching the draft though, so I'm going to try and do both. But yeah, those are my plays for tonight. I feel real good about the Kevin Looney thing. After hearing about everybody's speak, I only saw it on Dream's page after I posted it, and I'm like, well, what Dream's on? I feel good about it. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. And I went the rebound route because I was just like, this guy's just been. It's just the activity up there. It's crazy. Like I was watching the last game, thinking, how did I not bet the rebounds and assists again? Like, how did I not do it? So I'm not gonna make that mistake. I think there's some bets where we overthink it. Where you're kind of like, listen, it's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. Yeah, Trae Young went over his stocks 100%. Jalen Brunson went over his stocks 100%. Jimmy Butler went over his points every game except one. So there are some bets when you look at them, you're like, all right, it makes sense. Just throwing that out there because I know we, like as cappers, can get in our head and be like, but what are the percentages? What are the chances? It's not likely. Sometimes it's a thing. And you just gotta, if you're watching the game, you gotta go with what you see. And we're all seeing Kevin Looney just dominate out there. So
yeah, no, that's a fact.
Why is it gonna stop? That's what I think about these plays. I'm like, why would it stop? Like, what's gonna be different?
Yeah.
And the Sacramento Kings have given me no reason to think Kevin Looney's not gonna keep dominating them. So
that's a fact, Cam. That's a fact. Real quick before I come to Dream, hey Cam, real quick, AD. Just to be specific, you got his steals and blocks or just his blocks?
I went steals and blocks
at 4.5, right?
You can go blocks 3.5, but again, the whole reason these have been hit for me and like the philosophy around it is you want to protect yourself. You AD could easily get to 4 blocks, 5 blocks. We know that, right? But sometimes these blocks get recorded as steals. Sometimes these steals get recorded as blocks. So you got to be careful there because, like, a swipe down, Dream talked about it. We talked about the last time. A swipe down could be that's a block to some people, and sometimes it's recorded as such instead of a steal. And you're like, no, but that was really a steal. Sometimes the deflection is most all the time basically a steal. So you just got to protect yourself in that sense. But the 3.5 is plus money if you want to just go with the blocks to get to 4 blocks. But
yeah,
I want stocks.
Okay, no, I like it. I like it a lot. I might end up putting that in too because I mean it just kind of makes sense in a do or die closeout game where he's probably gonna see more minutes than he's played throughout the entirety of this series. Makes sense. Best odds are right now for people who want to tell that have access to it. They're on Caesars minus 101. Golden Nugget has a minus 105, and DraftKings got a minus 105 as well. And then Hard Rock got a minus 110. Bet365 got a minus 110, and BetMGM got a minus 110 as well. So yeah, those are probably gonna be the best ways to play it for sure on AD. Love the looks, Cam. Hope you cash him tonight, bro. Kick it back to Dream, then I'm coming to you, Monotone. What up, Dream?
Yeah, real quick, man. Don't want to make nobody uncomfortable, but I would love to hear what my guy Stem is on tonight. If he got any lottos for the people, man. But yeah.
Oh yeah, now for sure. Stem, no, he always got a spot up here because he's probably something about plus 9,000 with 2 legs in it. So, yeah, if you got anything you want to share, Stem, just request up. No pressure though.
Oh, yo, Chris, my bad. I actually forgot one player I really want to give up.
What you got?
I just looked at my best slip. It is Malik Monk under 16.5 points. He's only gone over that line when he's at home. That's the only time he's gone over it. Every time he's on the road, he doesn't hit it. I think this is a game where if they're not playing well, it's just Fox and DeMons are going to try and do their thing. I know Monk has had some games. Herder's got to be the guy if they're going to win this game. I don't think they're going to win the game. He's only gone over that line at home. So
okay. Hey, I love when I hear people saying unders, man. My guy Dream or Keegan Murray under. We got a Monk under here. I love it, man. I love the unders looks, man, for sure. Okay. Monotone, what's going on, my guy? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing even better now that I've been hearing all these great picks in here for the last little bit. I like that Monk under too. I was considering that for my play of the day video with Dimers earlier. I mean, like you said, only getting the job done at home. Tough matchup. Probably going to see a lot of Gary Payton as well tonight. So definitely like that under right there. I've got a couple props tonight. We'll start out with a 2-leg parlay over on DraftKings that does have a 100% hit rate so far this series. We went Andrew Wiggins to record 15 points and Davion Mitchell to hit 1-3. That's minus 125. Wiggins has been an absolute beast. Obviously hit this number in every game so far this series. Home, road, really doesn't matter. He is the one consistent guy on this team. That's not even just playoffs. Let's look at the regular season. Played 22 games with 32 or more minutes. He had 15 points at least in 21 of those 22 games. That's an insane hit rate. Wiggins is extremely consistent. I definitely think that 15-plus points is an amazing parlay leg. I paired it with another prop that has a 100% success rate right here. We went Davion Mitchell to knock down a 3. He's getting wide open looks. That's what happens when you play with a guy like De'Aaron Fox, when you play with a guy like Sabonis. Davion Mitchell is not the greatest shooter in the world. I'm not betting on him for that reason. I'm betting on him because he's a great defensive player. They're going to need him out there if they want to slow down guys like Steph Curry, because he's honestly been doing the best job on him on the defensive side of the ball. And then opposing teams leave him wide open. So it's resulting in 4.6 3-point attempts per game. He's knocked down one in every single one. And obviously, they're going to need him out there. To guard Curry today, he's going to have to be out there whether they like it or not, especially if Herder keeps playing as poorly as he is so far. So absolutely love those guys to get it done at minus 125. We followed up the early game 100% success rate parlay with a late game 100% success rate parlay. We went Rui Hachimura to knock down 1-3 and Anthony Davis to record 2 blocks. That's minus 130 right now. Obviously, these guys just went into the Anthony Davis blocks. Absolutely amazing angle. The Grizzlies have been top 5 in blocks allowed each of the last 2 seasons, and John Morant is the answer why. This is a team that aggressively gets to the rim. Rim pressure is exactly what Jenkins preaches, and Jaw's driving more than anyone in the league. That's going to create so many great block opportunities for a guy like Anthony Davis, who's averaging 4.2 so far this series, recorded 2 blocks in every single game so far, and obviously I think he's going to go for like 4 or 5 like they were talking about earlier. So love that. Paired up with Rui Hachimura to knock down a 3. Guy shooting 57% from 3 so far this series. Another one of these guys. He's getting wide open looks. Like, he's legitimately getting wide open looks despite the fact that he's shooting so well. That's what happens when you have to try to, defend Anthony Davis and LeBron James in the post. The role players are going to get these open looks. That's just how it goes. Another thing, you actually can't hand check Rui. He's a better mid-range shooter than he is a three-point shooter, so you can't just run him off the line. Teams would actually rather he takes those three-point shots than he gets that little dribble mid-range, one dribble move that I'm sure I'm used to seeing as a Wizards fan. I'm sure you're seeing it now too, Chris. He loves the mid-range. So they're giving him the threes. We only need him to knock down 1. We need Anthony Davis to get 2 blocks. They're back on the home court. They're going to get those favorable block rulings. If you remember, I gave out the same combo with JJJ 2 blocks a little bit earlier, and that one cashed for us. We're switching to Anthony Davis because obviously, I don't know if you guys have seen, JJJ drops like an average of 2 blocks from at home and versus on the road. So we went with Anthony Davis right there. Love those 2 picks, both 100% success rate in the playoff. You don't get that too often. You got to get a little bit creative, adding some of these Davion Mitchell type of guys. I also had Looney assist. It sounds like that's been covered very well so far this show. Another great spot. Dribble handoffs, operating the pick and roll, playing less minutes with Draymond Green. It's all perfect. It's setting up for easy assist opportunities. Love Looney to keep that assist line going. And then finally, I have John Morant over 15.5 rebounds and assists. I think Ja is going to shoot the ball 25 times tonight and still cash this ticket. He's going to play 42 to 44 minutes of extremely high usage basketball. I mean, this is Ja's game. They need to stay in the series, obviously, right here. It's a road game. It's a tough situation right here. The ball's going to be in his hands an insane amount. That obviously breathes assist opportunities, especially when you're a drive first guard that has to deal with Anthony Davis in the paint. There's going to be Desmond Bane out there. There's going to be JJJ. He's going to be able to get those quick little dump-offs to Xavier Tillman, which hopefully he doesn't miss all of them this game. So, love, right? I mean, I don't know if you saw that last game, but anyone that bet Xavier Tillman, I'm sure, was breaking their TV right there. So I do think the assist and rebound opportunities are absolutely going to stack up in this one. And yeah, 44 minutes a game, it's hard to pass up that number, especially it's plus money, and that's his playoff average. He's averaging 15.9 rebounds, assists in the playoffs anyway. Now we're getting that at plus money in an elimination game where he's going to play 44 minutes. I think that's a great spot right there. I think you got to take advantage of it, and hopefully we cash some tickets today. I think we got some good ones.
Absolutely, Montone. I appreciate you sharing these looks too. Montone always got the creative little 2-leg parlays, man. These joints be cashing. Everything is always 100% hit rate when Montone come on. And they cash too, man. So I definitely appreciate you sharing the looks, Montone, for sure, bro. For sure. Appreciate that. For sure. Let's keep going. Let's kick it to Stem. What's up, Stem?
Yeah, what's up, Chris? I appreciate you guys calling me up.
Absolutely, dude. We trying to cash with you, man. What you got for us today?
For sure. I mean, I found some value here in a guy that's pretty controversial in this series. I don't think people really are on him too much. I mean, Red Velvet, Kevin Herter's got plenty of value tonight, and I think they're going to need his scoring. In the month of March alone, he averaged 18.3 points per game. He was shooting 7.2 threes per game, averaging almost 4, making them per game. So, I mean, he's got plenty of value tonight, paired with another guy that's unattractive off the bat when you look at it, Draymond. I mean, his usage has gone up pretty exponentially scoring-wise since he came off the bench. He's being a lot more aggressive now, and I think that's part of Steve Kerr's plan with having him out there while Kevon Looney's there. He's able to attack the rim, and the Kings are glad to have him attack the rim instead of guys like Wiggins, Steph, and Clay. So he's getting plenty of open looks, and he's taking them. So I have a 15-15 that I'm running with Draymond and Red Velvet. That's coming out to plus 1576. And then I bumped up Herter to 20, so I have a 15-20 with Draymond and Herter, which is plus 7,000, a little bit above that. But I like those two tonight. I think they got great value. Could certainly come back and bite me. You know, it could be a bad look here. You know, it's definitely a value shot. I'm a value gambler, and I see the value in Herter tonight, so I'm taking my shot at him. I think Draymond's got a good opportunity in this game as well. I like his base over 9.5. But yeah, that's what I'm rolling with tonight.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense then. Somebody got to be on the guys that nobody else is on because they've been having bad series, right? Like I'm pretty sure, you know, if you ask him, you know, how he would assess how he's played, he probably say not up to par. I think you know, we were on, everybody was on Sabonis, you know, triple-double throughout the entirety of the whole season. Nobody's mentioned Sabonis triple-double throughout the whole playoffs. At least I haven't heard anybody talk about it. So I think, you know, there will be value when you kind of, you know, just look at the landscape and, you know, kind of, you know, think some of these guys kind of get back to, especially with their back against the wall. I always like taking players that I truly believe in with their back against the wall. So Herter going to be out there for sure. So like you said, the value going to be there.
Herter for 3 threes alone is plus 200. I mean, that's what he does. He's a shooter. So, I mean, there's value on it tonight. It's a little risky. I wouldn't go anything too heavy on it. Definitely play it as a lotto, manage your units. But I mean, he's definitely got the value to put in a few parlays and sprinkle with him.
Yeah, okay. And I like it. I couldn't talk you off, Stem. He is, man. I appreciate you, Stem.
Yo, Dre been scoring, man. He's spitting,
Yeah,
man.
I think another look is you know, probably just taking Draymond Green points, rebounds, and assists over just because he has been scoring. And we know that Draymond gonna score from you know, from the paint. Like he trying to get to the lane, he doing a little fake handoff, and then he just driving to the rim trying to get an easy layup. So that's how Draymond, you know, scoring. And I talked about the Kings giving up a lot of points in the paint. So once he get a couple of them to go, you know, that 3-point look gets a little bit easier. Then he just kind of letting it go. I think in the last game he had 21 points. It was his first time scoring 20 plus points in since 2018 on the Christmas Day game against the Rockets. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to say everything on the show because I want to, you know, leave some stuff up to other people, but I was kind of looking at that as well. Definitely looking at that as well. Appreciate you, Stem. Hope you catch the looks, man.
Double digit attempts for Draymond in back-to-back games. He's definitely coming out aggressive, and that's what they want out of him. So I'm taking the shot on both them tonight. Definitely a little bit risky. So as I said, play it smart, but you're worth the chance here.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Also, you could just take the points and just ladder his points if you wanted to. You know, play them straight. Whatever feels best to you. Absolutely. Appreciate you, Stem. Bet Lab, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. What's going on?
All right. Now, you stole a lot of my thunder. You know, we both use a lot of the software, the BetLab software, so you kind of stole a lot of my thunder early on. But there is something that I got that nobody even thought to touch on. So we all know about, we're all familiar with the Game 6 Clay.
Mm-hmm.
How about this, right? Now, Golden State been in so many Game 6s with the same nucleus, with the same coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at all Golden State's home games in the Game 6, which is automatically a closeout game for somebody where you have the optimal peak attention span from every player, right? Now listen to this, though. Golden State, under Steve Kerr, whenever they had a home game 6, they only allowed over 100 points one fucking time. Now, he played against James Harden. Remember that high-flying offensive team of James Harden? They only scored 84 points in that game 6. So let me run off the game 6 opponents inside Golden State's gym. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
96, 114 to Toronto. But go back before that. This is all under the same coach, all with the same nucleus. You ready for this? This is going to fuck your head up. 86, 99, 94, 88, 86. That goes all the way back to 2013. So there's only been one game 6 where an opponent was able to go into that gym with that nucleus of Draymond, Steph, Clay, and Kerr. Only one fucking team scored over 100 points, and that was that Toronto game. So now you want to say, okay, they played solid defense. Now this is going to fuck your head up even more. Who was the alpha male? Draymond Green, not Clay. Look at Draymond's rebounds in all his home game 6s where you have the optimal attention, the optimal psychological, everybody's zoned in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Draymond's rebounds, 15, 19, 10, 14. He had one rebound in an 8-minute game. So we're going to use that outlier. We're going to throw that out the window, okay? And 10. So he has 15, 19, 10, 14, and 10. There's never been a game 6 where Draymond didn't get double-digit boards. I look at his goddamn rebound prop on DraftKings, Chris. It's 6.5. I laughed. Now I want to see who else is the alpha male. Who's getting all the points in these game 6s? Because they're all under the same coach. They're all under the same game plan. They're all under the same script. That's the beauty of having the same coach when you're analyzing historical data. You got to make sure the coach was still the same because, they run the same schemes and all. So who's the alpha male? It wasn't Steph. Steph Curry has never one time got out the 20s in a game 6. But you know who did?
Klay Thompson.
Yes, sir. Klay Thompson, 30, 30, 35. Now, he did have a bad game all the way back like 2014. Right? Who cares? But his last 3 game 6s inside his gym where they practice every single day. He's at 30, 30, and 35. Not only that, this dude had 9 threes, 7 threes, 5 threes, 4 threes, 4 threes, and 6 threes. So Klay gets busy, Draymond gets busy. Draymond is going to be the alpha male on that board. Somebody put the rebound and assist prop, I would tell him to up the ante, double it, triple it. If you put Draymond 10 rebounds, Klay 25 points, and Golden State just to win, that's plus 700. That's insanity. Now, if you factor in, under this coaching staff, in their gym, they only allowed one team to score over 100 points. And they played a lot of good offenses because every offense in the playoffs is pretty good. If you get to a game 6, you got something going on. And they had the James Harden team, too, that they only held 84 points when he was dropping 50 burgers on everybody. So I'm looking at Draymond Green over rebounds, probably have that shit by mid-third quarter. Klay, 25 points, and the Golden State money line. Golden State is not losing. Golden State has not allowed any team to score ever over 100 points except one time out of 8. And it's the same coach, same nucleus. So how do you feel about that, bro?
I feel great about it. I mean, I was going back while you were saying that and looking it up as well. And you're right. Couple close to triple double games in there as well. This will be my comeback to you. And somebody put this in the YouTube chat, Bet Labs. And just to play devil's advocate, what about you? So you think Looney takes a smaller role? How do you think Looney impacts Draymond's ability to rebound the ball, or do you think that the rebound opportunity is just going to be there for both of them because they're going to lock them down like they do everybody else when they're in these game 6s that close out?
That's a good question, Chris. If you look at this final scores of the teams that went into that gym, how low they are, me and you both know the lower the scoring game is going to be more rebounds.
That's a fact.
You never want to play a rebound prop when a game got overs because you can't get a rebound if every fucking shot goes in the net.
This is a fact.
But you want to focus on rebounds on games where you have capped to the under because more missed shots. It's just basic math. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be a lot of rebound chances for both players. Draymond can get his dub. They can both get theirs. If this holds form, there's something that the coach is doing for this to be that consistent in that game 6, in that same gym, that same nucleus of players, the same coaching staff, for it to be so inconsistent, for them to only allow 96, 86, 99, 94, 88, 86. I mean, this is today's NBA where teams drop 20 in their sleep.
That's a fact.
And this is so consistent where there's going to be a lot of missed shots by Sacramento, and it's going to probably play out like the James Harden game back in 2018 where they only scored 84 points. I don't think, I mean, if you put Darren Fox as James Harden, right? And then the role players are pretty much similar to that Houston team's role players as well. So it's not impossible for this game to go under. And it's not impossible for Darren Fox to go under, because Harden did. So they have like a good game plan with this coaching staff. They run good schemes. They're in their gym. They're comfortable. I don't think Sacramento stands a chance. They busted their nut already. They got their nut out of them. It's showtime. This is the big boys right now. This is all Golden State right here, and I just can't see it any other way.
Hey, I think the parlay bet last. I was gonna ask the parlay, the Draymond 10 rebounds with Clay 25 and Golden State money line at plus 700 is that's insane, bro. That's crazy. What book did you get that at, Bella? Was that on DraftKings? I know you mentioned his rebounds. DraftKings, okay. Hey, I appreciate the insight, my guy. You got to come back up tomorrow when we do the show tomorrow too.
Every day, all day. I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Appreciate you, my guy. Cash it tonight, man. Dream, your hand back up. Then we getting about. I ain't know it's 7 o'clock already, man. I gotta go. I got some stuff to do. What up, Dream?
No, I was just gonna say everybody could definitely eat, man. Because if Dre come off the bench, I can definitely see him really getting off to a crazy start. So everybody eats, B. Especially if Dre come off that bench, I definitely like that shit. So it's not lazy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. So Alex says, so Sacramento under 114.5. It could be, especially if they're not hitting. It's a closeout game. I talked about Golden State in them closeout games earlier. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but man, it's gonna be an interesting game. I do see that it look like the total's changing just a tad bit as well. The spread's changing. Look like money coming in on Golden State. On Sacramento right now. The spreads went from 7 to it was 7.5. It looked like it's come back down to 7. The total's going up from 235 up to 236.5. It's a 237 out there as well. So the books are expecting points. Like I said, I'm contrarian. I would only play the under just based on the numbers. Kings they've been an under team on the road all season. Golden State best defense is on the road as well. So to me, I think as the series goes on, teams typically pick up on what other teams are doing and they kind of lock in defensively because they know what's coming. And then this is about, a matter of whether you can stop them or not. So yeah, that's how I kind of see the game, man. I like I said, the only play that I put in so far is the money line for both of these home teams today. I do think the Lakers get it done. I do think Golden State get it done as well. DraftKings is where I played it at as well, because when I was putting it in, it was minus 104 on some books, minus 105 on some books. But DraftKings had it at a minus 101 when I sent it out earlier today. And I kind of gave the breakdown for why I like both teams on the money line versus playing the spreads. But like I said, I lean Sacramento plus the 7.5. I also lean the Lakers minus the 4.5. Also, I may get there with the Lakers on the under in that game, under 220.5. I'll definitely be looking for a 221 if I can find one of those. Because I do think it's going to be a defensive game. I think the Lakers take the air out the ball. So Lakers and under make more sense to me. And then Golden State, I do lean under in that game as well. Didn't play it. I also lean Kings plus the points. I do think it's going to be closer than a 7-point game, but Golden State wins the game for sure. Top prop looks, I'll be looking at Braun to go over his, just because the number is a tad bit too low. I think he can have 30 while still getting 12 rebounds and 8 or 9 assists. I also think I'll be looking at AD rebounds. I expect the Grizzlies to miss a bunch of shots in this game. Cam gave out AD over 4.5 steals and blocks. I think that's an awesome look. He's going to be on the floor, for a crazy amount of minutes today, as long as this game stays close. Ben gave out Braun rebounds and assists over 15.5. I think that's a very, very solid look as well. I love that number. And then Frag gave out Austin Reeves over 1.5 threes. Also a really, really great look as well. Really like those looks. I like what Dream Man Ben said about Fox rebounds and assists, but I'd be looking at his points. I think Fox gonna go out shooting. I definitely think he's gonna go out shooting today. Also, Ben mentioned another sneaky look. The Memphis and Lakers fourth quarter under 56. I gave you guys the numbers. Those games only averaging about 46, I think I said, points in the fourth quarter. So those games been going under like crazy. And And then the other thing I'd be looking at, and like I said, I only played the money line parlay, but I don't think Ja going out without a fight, man. If Ja and Fox, I don't think neither one of them going out without a fight. So, you get an off game by Desmond Bain or, Luke Kennard or, Dylan Brooks shoot the way that we think he's going to shoot. Ja going to go in there, man. I don't know what his numbers look like in closeout games, but I know he got that dog in him, and he ain't going out of LA without a fight. So I'll be looking at Ja to go over his points, even though, the total is low. Even though I think the game goes under, I think he could potentially go over. And those are, that's how I'm kind of looking at the game. Like I said, only thing I played was the money line parlay. Best of luck if you guys are tailing that. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm also doing a show tomorrow with Jay Money, and show with Jay Money tomorrow, and I'll figure out what time I'm gonna do the show because we do got some action tomorrow. Couple game ones, excited about those, and I'll catch you guys then, man. Best of luck to everybody on all the action. Hit the like button for me on the way out. Enjoy the games tonight, everybody.